and welcome to another ʻohana engagement workshop sponsored by Kapālama. While everyone is getting here, we're waiting. Please go ahead and get your supplies ready. You can start deboning your tea leaf. Okay, hopefully you have, and hopefully you know. Personally, I don't like to bite my tea leaf. It kind of has a yucky taste. So if you just cut it, if it comes apart into two pieces, that's fine. If not, just keep it as one. So if you guys want to start gathering your things, give us about 5 more minutes as we wait for everyone to come in, and we'll be right with you. Okay, thanks. Do you want me to unmute myself? Okay, another option, if you don't have an actual wreath form, you can get an old pool noodle, or this is an insulation tube that we got from the hardware store. You can cut it to whatever size you want. We did a small one here, but it kind of helps. It's hard to kind of keep it together. So if I can get someone to help me, is there a student? Oh, Nina, sorry, can you help me for 1 minute, please? Come. Being shy. Sir, never mind. Holly's gonna come. Okay, so what we did is we took a chopstick, we cut it in half, we taped it together. I like to call it being MacGyver-ish. And stick it in the pukas, and you're gonna need help. So Holly will hold it together, and then take trusty duct tape and just wrap it around to hold it in place. So now if you're having the kids do this, you're not going to want to use the pins because the pins are kind of sharp and they're also bigger than the pool noodle practically. But what you can do is you can use Scotch tape to tape your leaves on, okay? So if you don't have your regular wreath, that's an option for you. And it's fairly inexpensive. This actually, we cut it in half and I think it was less than $2 for one big piece, okay? A lot cheaper than the actual pool noodles, I was surprised. Oh, from Home Depot. Are you ready to start? Okay, again, welcome everyone. So we went ahead and purchased these wreath forms. They've got hay on them. We got them from Floridec, but they do have them at Ben Franklin and probably a bunch of other stores. I like to keep the plastic on because then I can reuse it every year, okay? You can take it off if you want, but you know, hay makes a mess, so why not leave it? All right, so hopefully you've had time to debone, and actually, you know what? I'm half Portuguese, so I was talking story and not deboning as much, so I'm going to do a couple more. Real simple. And it can be any color tea leaf you want. You know, just be creative. Honestly, I'm not a very creative person, but I can copy really well. And this is so easy that even I could do it. Okay, so what are these pins called exactly? What was that? Greening pins, okay? This is what it looks like. So you're gonna, wherever you choose to be the back, you're gonna start. This is my back. I'm gonna put this here and pin it in. That's it. And then you just wrap it. These are kahalu tea leaves, so they're very long. Then as you finish again, grab another pin and just stick it in. Easy. And you just keep going all the way around until you've wrapped it completely. So if you want to do all green, you can. If you want to do partly the red, whatever, completely up to you. Whatever you want. So just keep going. How's everybody doing? Okay. Okay, keep going. I wonder if they have something you could spray on it to make it last longer. Does anybody know? You're there in the chat if you happen to know. You want to kind of stay away from plants that need water. Like poinsettia is very pretty, but it would just die within a few days or not even. Oh. Also, please try not to walk in front of the camera. Let's see here. So we have a lot of goodies, other types of greenery and thing. One of our families brought a whole bunch of Christmas tree branches, so you can use that as well. Okay. Oops. Look, and I made a mistake. I put on backwards, but that's not a problem. You just take it out, reposition it, and get going. Like I said, it's really hard to mess this up. So everybody got their Christmas tree already at home? Anybody got their Christmas trees at home already? Okay, how many are team real tree? Okay, how many are team artificial? I'm team real tree, although it's expensive, but. All right, going. Now you see how the leaf is turning brown over here? Some people actually like to leave the brown or yellow parts in. It just looks more creative, so it's completely up to you. You can cut it off or leave it. If you have a question here, just raise your hand and someone can, Nina's helping a lot of people. Oops. And see, look, it's split, not a problem. Just put it in the back and grab another pin. It's really hard to mess this up. And one year we did this online, it was pouring, and one parent couldn't go outside because it was raining. They went and they got plastic, the tinsel garland, and they got Christmas lights and bowls, and it looked really nice. Just be as creative as you want to be. Gotta debone some more. So Kumu Holly has put together, actually we have a wall of invasive species plants for you guys to look at. How's everybody doing with the tea leaf part? Pretty easy, huh? Is anyone traveling during the Christmas break? Going to snow? Kai's coming around with the camera, don't be shy. So, you don't have to use regular natural leaves. You can use ornaments, you can use ribbon, you can use anything. My mom likes angels, so I bought a little angel and put that on hers. How's everybody doing? Your little wreath guy. He's so cute. All right. So this is a 14-inch. There's different sizes, so it's all wrapped. You can make it tighter if you want, or looser. You can put anything on it. You can do hina hina. I also have some from Florida, some little other items. I will be right back. I want to get some fern. Sorry. I'm back. Okay, and you know when you're picking, do you know how you're supposed to pick the tea leaf off? Do you just get a scissors and cut it? Although I guess if you're gonna pull the whole thing off and you don't need it, you can. But you should be taking the bottom one and you just pull it off. Okay, and then just keep rotating around. That's how you're supposed to do it. Okay? All right, so that on the side. And then, let's see. You can do all kinds of things with this. You can debone it. You can make it into like a little round. You can do anything you want. Got some of the Christmas. It smells so good. So with this, I'm gonna cut some of this up. And you know, you can just, as you're going along, say, oh, I like that. I don't like that. Let's try this. All right. So I got this. I'm just gonna find a face I like. Take one of my pins and pin it on. Okay, so now I'm gonna do a couple more. I like these branches. Okay. You know, I love Christmas tree, but only the Douglas seems to smell very good. Anybody notice that? Is there any other tree that smells good besides the Douglas? I haven't noticed, but Douglas does make a lot of needles. So I tend to get the Noble, which is expensive. It's beautiful, but it doesn't smell as good. So you have to be creative. All right, let's see here. And I'm only going to do mine partial. You can do yours all the way around if you want, but I like partial. So that's what I have so far. Let me see. Okay, I'm going to put a couple more. And I'm going to be kind of sassy and put some of the fake ornaments in. I'm going to put this red. I don't know if you noticed, but I like the color red. I also have some of my class color, class of 1981. Woohoo! Okay, how hell. All right. Put this down. It's not breaking. There we go. Okay. Gonna kind of position it how you want. Again, pin. As long as you cover up the pins, it doesn't matter how many you use. Okay, so and this poinsettia won't die. Okay, let's see what else. Gold. Or have a little ornament. Let's see how that looks. How are you guys doing out there? Is anyone beyond the wrapping section yet? No? You have to have a nice sharp clipper. It's very helpful. Okay, so let's see here. And again, there's no wrong way or right way to do this. You just kind of find something you like and go for it. This is what I have so far. Let's see, what else do I want? All right. So you can put anything you want, it's completely up to you. Okay, so you can also add fern. So this is the kupu kupu, right? Thank you. The fern. These suckers grow everywhere. You can add that, snip it the size you want it. Just surprise me. Okay. Let's see here. And this is the kupu kupu fern. It's one of the first ferns to grow off the lava. It's very, very strong. And then when you get it in your yard, it will grow forever unless you kind of keep it under control. My mother would be happy if I put it over her entire yard. She just loves the green. This is ʻohana hina, right? Yes? Oh, I'm being corrected. Sorry. Oh, ʻohana hina, I was right. What do you? Oh, okay. All right, let's see here. Put some more fern. And like I said, you cannot go wrong. It's impossible to go wrong with this. Let's see. What I'll do is, does anyone on Zoom have any particular fern or plant that you like to use on your wreath? Look at this. This is so pretty. The bottom. This is so cute. All right. See, you can do this like this, or again, you can't go wrong, which is good for me because, like I said, I'm not the most creative person, but I do copy fairly well. This is what I like about this. This is what I have so far. And you just keep adding, and you want to make just whatever design you want. Just make sure you cover the pins. Okay, for those on Zoom, we're going to do a poll right now. We're going to have you go and mark off. It's going to pop up what kind of fern you like best. Oh my gosh, the sun is going down. It's wonderful. All right, so do you folks have any Christmas traditions in your family? Ours is my mom, that's me. Give us pajamas on Christmas Eve and you have to go to sleep in it. Let us know in the chat if you have any family traditions that you do. Oh, and then my mother is pure Portuguese, I know. And so we always have to have vinho doce with sweetbread for breakfast. Different. Let's see. I'm just going to keep adding. See what happens. Oh, okay. Right now we have kupu kupu is 60%, loaʻe is 33%, and palapalai 30%. The favorite ferns online. Kupu kupu, can't go wrong. That sucker will grow forever. All right, let's see. What else do we want to do here? So Kunu Holly has put up a lot of information on invasive plants, as well as there's all kinds of information on different types of fern that we have. So if you have any questions or anything, please see her. sunset is beautiful. Anybody online have any favorite or family traditions they want to share? Nope. All right, just such easy task to do. And you know, you can just, if it starts to look soggy in about a week, or you just change your mind, then go ahead and just take it apart and start over again. Have you seen how much the ferns cost even at Costco now? Oh my gosh. They're so expensive. Maybe you could have a competition in your family and who can make the most festive or creative wreath. So I wanted to cover up the staples, so I just made a little loop-de-loop with some of the lawa'e. Should I keep going? What do you think, Holly? What should I do? Keep going? Okay. All right, let's see. Kai. Kai, can I have more Christmas? Thank you. My lovely assistant, Kai. There. I really want to use the hina, but I'm not quite sure how to make it look nice. These are just adorable. They're so tiny. Okay. We're also, for those on Zoom right now, we're going to be launching a video about stopping the spread of invasive species, because we have a lot of them. It's really bad. So in just a couple of minutes, so we'll be here when you finish.
Aloha kako, I'm Sean Jennings. This video is part of the Share Plants Not Pests series, developed to address the spread of invasive species through plant and seed sharing in Hawaii. Invasive plants, pests, and diseases are a major threat to Hawaii ecosystems and agriculture, but our choices as farmers and gardeners can slow their spread. One effective way to slow the spread of pests is to use a quarantine station. This designated area isolates new material while determining whether it is disease and pest-free. Today we are visiting the quarantine station at Mala'ai.
Here at Mala'ai, the Culinary Garden of Waimea Middle School, we use a quarantine table. It's very important to us because we often receive donations from friends in the community, and lots of times people don't know that they're bringing in pests or potential diseases when they're sharing plants from their yard.
As you can see, here's our quarantine station. We have this to prevent any diseases and or pests from entering the garden, and that's how we keep this place so pristine.
When setting up your quarantine station, consider location, communication, inspection, time, and treatment and disposal. Choose a place for your quarantine station. You should have a dedicated table that is isolated from your growing space. A vegetation-free buffer will prevent pests from escaping into your garden. If you have a small space, you can screen your quarantine station or use a cage to trap flying insects. Treating around the station can keep crawling insects from escaping. Anytime you introduce new material, find out where it was grown or stored, and talk to the person who gave it to you. Ask them, what plant diseases and pests are common in your area? Do you treat for them? How did you remove pests and diseases before sharing? Do an initial visual inspection of all material, and check for pests or signs of disease. Look for plant damage, discoloration, leaf spots, insects, larvae, droppings, or eggs. Always test for little fire ants. Use a consistent system to document when material comes into the station. You can keep a logbook at the quarantine station, tag your material as it comes in, or write directly on pots. Whatever you choose to do, make it easy to maintain. Keep all material in the station for at least 2 weeks. What if your plants have pests? You can freeze small amounts of material for 2 weeks to kill pests, and place larger amounts of material in a sealed black plastic bag. Allowing the bag to sit in the sun for a few days, known as solarizing, will help kill any pests inside. Take the bag to the landfill. Do not dispose of contaminated material in the county green waste system. It can spread to other locations and is prohibited.
Get the slug bucket!
Keep a slug jug nearby to kill slugs and snails and help control the spread of rat lungworm disease. If you suspect that material in your quarantine station is contaminated, treat the station and surrounding area as soon as possible. When in doubt, throw it out. Different strategies are needed for quarantining mulch or soil. Create a barrier so pests cannot escape. Put your mulch on pavement, in dedicated garbage cans, or on a tarp. Covering your mulch with a tarp will help heat it up. Let it sit for 2 weeks to allow weed seeds to sprout. To kill insects and fungal diseases, your mulch will need to reach a temperature of at least 140 degrees Fahrenheit for 30 minutes.
A good quarantine station can protect local agriculture and our valuable ecosystems.
Remember to have fun.
And
To
share plants, not pests.
Aloha everyone, if you're just joining us, we are in the midst of making our Christmas wreath. Again, very simple, you just need some type of form. Debowl your tea leaf, wrap it around, then you can go to town. Do whatever you want, you get as creative as you want. How's everybody doing? Okay? You don't look like you're busy. Are you letting the girls do it? Does everybody have their house decorated for Christmas? No. But Dad, did you decorate for Christmas? Did you do the outside too? Oh. Said you can't go wrong, you just do whatever you feel like. And you know what, if you don't like it, just take it apart and start over again. And in a little while, Nina is going to help with showing us how to make some bows. I'm not a good bow maker, but Nina, she's very talented with bows, with lace. She's just very, she's helping us tonight, thank goodness, walking around. When do you want Nina to get up here? Hey, let's see her. Yeah. I'm just putting whatever. Like I tell you, I'm not creative, but you know, don't really have to be that creative for this. I have to try to cover up my pins here. Do a very good job with that. Oh, show how to make bows? That's what Holly said you were gonna do. She didn't know about the bow. I have to talk really loud. Hello everyone, my name is Nina. I work with Holly and Lori at Kapālama. I'm just going to do a quick demo on how to make a bow for your wreath. Normally I just take a bunch of ribbon and you want to do about, depending on how big you want your bow, you want to have something to tie it with. So you want to leave a little bit of a tail, but you do about maybe a total of 5 or 6 loops. So maybe about 3 on each side. So one, about the same size. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. That's a pretty good size. And then once you're done with that, you're just pinching it at the middle. And then you get a little bit more, you take a little bit more ribbon, and as you're pinching it, you tie it in the middle. And it's really good if your ribbon is wired, but if it's not, it's okay. So you tie it a couple of times, and then you have this, but you want to just fluff it up a little bit and just kind of even it out to make it a bigger, fluffier bow. And then for you, this is kind of for more like for a present. But if you want it for your wreath, you would just make these a little bit longer. And then that would be placed. There's a lot of stuff there. Find the bottom or top or side of your wreath that you want to place your bow at. And then you could place it here. And then pin it in the middle, kind of behind that major place that you tied it to, so you don't see the pin. And then you have your tails kind of draping down from your wreath. And that's how. So the bigger the bow, bigger the ribbon, the bigger your bow will be. But this is a good present, so if anybody wants to give me a present, they can use this and put it on the bow on my present. Thank you, Nina. You're welcome. Got a little surprise for her. Okay, so at the moment, I think I'm done. Oh, by the way, for those who are here, we have cookies and some drinks over here. Help yourself. What do you need? All right. Okay, so now once you're done, how do you hang it up? Well, there's a couple of things. They have these at all the different stores. So if you can find a smaller one would work better. This isn't too bad either. Or at my mom's, I used one of these and I just bent it. So it went in sideways, but it had like a hook, so I could hook it onto a nail. This one I made about a week and a half ago. So I just tied some raffia, braided it, pinned it in, and then I attached it that way. So very simple. And on this one, I used artificial pieces as well as real life. I lost my pin. How's everybody doing? Pretty easy, huh? Don't forget cookie. Oh, Dad's already over there getting drinks and refreshments. Please help yourself. How's everybody doing? You're gonna have to show it to, wow, someone over there is creative and multicolored wraps. Anybody finished? Melissa. Okay, Melissa Lindsay is sharing her wreath. Wow, you're fast. Good job. This must not be your first time. It's awesome. I just use some hina to cover. I know it's kind of, my grandmother would say trapeares, Portuguese, it's all kind of stuff. But you know, it's by me, so it's unique. So anyway, I can maybe change it a little bit later and add some more. Maybe add a bowl, a next bowl. But yeah, that's it. Pretty easy. Pretty fun. I'm anxious to see other people when they're finished. Oh, I see other people being creative with a tea leaf, red and green mixed in there. Very nice. This is a really nice family activity. Everyone can do it. Also, we have a website for you to look at to help you to learn more about plants and the proper way to take care of them. It's called, is it Pono Plants? Right, yeah. So go take a look. It's got some really good information. Do you folks know the difference between indigenous and endemic? Hold on a minute. Okay, so I'm using my guys. Okay, endemic is native only in Hawaii. So it's not grown anyplace else, only here. Okay. Then we have indigenous, it's native to Hawaii as well as other places. So you can find it someplace else too. All right, so va'a, these are plants that came over on the canoe, otherwise known as the va'a, when the Hawaiians first came over. You know, it could be, you know, they brought kalo with them, right, tea. They, you know, the red tea is not indigenous or endemic to Hawaii, but of course we have a lot of it. It's beautiful. Also, there's some that came with birds. There's lots of different ways plants came here. Unfortunately, there are a lot of invasive, like, and we actually have quite a lot of information here up on the wall, but invasive. But there's, I know we all see that really horrible vine that goes over the telephone poles and the trees and everything. And that thing is just so hard to get rid of. But you know, it's really hard when they come maybe to the islands on attached to something else, the birds, or, and they just go rampant. Okay. Do we have anyone here that we can show us what they've done? Anybody finished? Okay. How's everybody doing? Everyone's being shy, or they're still really working. Hi. It's a nice group here tonight. How's everybody doing online for Zoom? Getting your wreaths made? What do you see? Oh, wow. Beautiful sunset. I'm dying to see what everyone's come up with. Wait, so we have some raffia that you can use if you want to string it up to hang it. What? There are all kinds of plants now. Everyone's getting, it's a full room. Hokulani Port. Hokulani Port is sharing. Yay, Hokulani. Thank you, thank you. Right here, it's beautiful. Gosh, I'm gonna go walk around, okay? Okay, we have a wreath by our ʻohana anspa. We put it together, the red tea leaf, red ginger, hina, and they use some of the yellowing tea leaf, which is very pretty. Very nice, thank you. All right, so everybody on Zoom, it's almost 6:15, so we're gonna wrap it up. I think you've got it already. We are having this recorded, so we will be sending it out hopefully in the next week or two. But I think, you know, it is so easy, even I can do it. Although, it's a little carried away. That's okay, you know. You gotta be creative with this, right? It's Christmas. You can smell it too. All right, so Zoom families will be sending you out a email that we'd like you to take a survey. Tell us what you liked, what you didn't like, what you'd like to see in the future. Let us hear from you what you want. Also, if you can send us a photo of your wreath, that would be awesome. We go ahead and we'll go ahead and share that with everybody. But in the meantime, I want to thank you so much for joining us. I'm Laurielei Waracka, Parent Relations Coordinator with Kapālama. And thank you again so much for being here. Aloha.